how to play fast is the question that I've been asked the most by my students. And it's the question, one of the first questions I had when I was starting out as a student. I'm certainly still a student and I'm always trying to get better. But when in my early years, I wanted to know how to do that, and it kind of was difficult to figure out. And the reason it's difficult to figure out because there are several methods that we can use, several different strategies that we can use to build speed. So I wanted to dedicate this particular video to one of my favorite methods, which involves increasing and decreasing tempo with a metronome. So I want to get into that first real quick. Now, before I do that, I do want to make a point that we don't necessarily want to play at Paco de Lucia speed or Elliott Fisk speed. You know, sure, if you can do that, that's awesome. That's a bonus. You have more tools at your disposal when you do play so that you can express the music the way you want. But that doesn't have to be your goal. I can't play at Paco de Lucia or Elliott Fisk speed. And personally, I don't think I really would want to. If I could do that, that'd be awesome. But you know, I don't think I have that in me, and that's okay. I can play some things pretty quickly, and as long as the music sounds good, I'm happy about that. And I think that's one thing that you should consider as well. The goal should not be to play fast. The goal should be to express the music and make it sound the way you want. And speed will help you do that. So let's talk about this method one. So method one is using a metronome to increase in large steps and decrease in small steps. If we try to increase only in small steps, for example, we start at 60 and then go to 61, 62, 63, etc., and our goal is like 100, for example, we're going to get to maybe about 80 or 90, and we're going to hit a brick wall, and we will not be able to go past that last sort of 10 or 20% of the way there to our goal. This is just like going from a walk to a run. If you've tried this, and if you haven't, you have to try this. Just start walking slowly and then start walking faster and faster and faster. See if you can get to a run with a smooth transition. You're going to find that you can't. You're going to find that at your fastest, even at your fastest walk, there's kind of this little jump that you need to do to go from that walk to the run. And the same thing happens with guitar. If you try to force yourself to make that smooth transition from a walk to a run, you won't be able to do it. You know, you'll get stuck, again, probably 80-90% of the way to your goal, to your running goal. So one way to overcome that in guitar is to use the metronome, and I like to increase my beats per minute, my clicks, by 5 or 10 beats per minute at a time. Now this isn't black and white. I don't, you know, if you have to increase by 3s, that's fine, or by 6s or 8s or 11s, 15s, that's fine. What I would recommend not doing is increasing by 1s or 2s, or even maybe 3s, I guess are okay, but definitely not 1s or 2s. Right? Try starting by 5s. So for example, you go 60 to 65, right? And then 70, 75, and 80, so forth. And then when you hit a point where you are either experiencing tension or you're starting to make mistakes, or both, that's when you start to click down by 1s or 2s. I recommend going down by 1s. Let's say you get to 90 and your hands, everything's kind of starting to fall apart. You went from 80 to 90 or 85 to 90, and 85 was already a struggle, and you got to 90, you're like, oh my god, everything's totally falling apart. Then click down to 89, relax, try it again, then 88, 87, until you end up getting to a fast tempo that is sort of in a natural way by clicking down. It's a fast tempo where you're not feeling tension, right, and unnecessary muscle activation, and you're not making mistakes, right? So let me show you an example of that. So I'm going to get my metronome out here. Okay, well, I'm going to start at 60, right? And I'm going to do, just a quick side note, I'm going to do a 3-note picado, so A-M-I, A-M-I. Right? You can use whatever technique you want to use. If you're using picados, most people use I and M. So 60. So if I'm going, okay, that feels pretty good. Let's go up to 65. Relax. That still feels really easy. So I'm going to go up to 75 instead of 70. That feels pretty good. I'm going to go up to 85. Feels pretty easy. 95. I'm going up by 10s, right? Still relaxed, feels pretty good, but I can feel like something's starting to change. Let's go to 105. pretty good. Let's try 115. I'm starting to feel a bit of a challenge. It's okay, I'm gonna go to 125. 135. What I did, by the way, to resolve that challenge was I started to focus on relaxing my shoulders and my hands more. Try that again. Relax. Okay, it's pretty good. I think it's on the edge. Just try 145. That's definitely on the edge. So when I get to that edge, I feel like it's starting to get a little out of control. I'm feeling like my fingers just kind of want to tense up a little bit. I'm not going to abandon ship and go down yet. I'm going to try again at that same tempo, and I'm going to see if I can relax. So let's try that. Good, again. One more time. Okay, I think I could do it. Let's try 155. Relax for a second. Notice I'm relaxing every time. Taking a break every time. I really recommend that you do that. 155. Little mistake. Pretty good. 165. Relax even more. 175. Relax even more. I'm starting to feel like I really have to concentrate a lot to stay relaxed, right? And stay coordinated. I'm not terribly happy with the tone. I feel like it's on the edge. I feel like it's on the edge, but I think I'm gonna try 185. See what happens. That's on the edge. So relax a little bit more. I'm gonna relax a little bit more. I think I'm getting it. It's starting to feel a little bit sloppy, I think. I'm gonna go to 195. I'm gonna try 205 just to see what happens. I think this is gonna be too fast for me. It's falling apart. The tone is bad, my coordination is off, but I'm trying to relax. It's not gonna work. Now I click down, 204. By the way, I guess it's important to mention, you should have a goal, you should have a tempo goal for this. My tempo goal is 200, so it just kind of works out this way. I'm at 205. Your tempo goal should not be 200 if you're starting out. Your tempo goal should be realistic. So what I would say is find that threshold first, find your threshold first, and then work down to it. Now, remember, you don't just want to do technique for technique's purposes. I'm doing this so that I can play scales that will, scalar passages at a fast tempo in my music, right? That's my purpose for training this. It's kind of like, doing sprints, and if you're doing on a sport, like your warm up before you just do sprints. You're just not going to do sprints, obviously, when you play your sport, but you need to be able to work those fast muscles and etc. You get the idea. So this is kind of like me doing sprints, right? In order to be able to play my piece as well. So 204. Relax. Sloppy. Why is it sloppy? There's some tension there. It's 2 times. I'm gonna go to 103, 203. A little better. Some tension in the shoulder. It's better, but it could be better. So 202. Better. Still sloppy. One more time, I think we can get that one. A little tension in the shoulder. Too relaxed in the hands. It's getting better. 201. Just relax the hands for a second. Take some time to take breaks, right? In fact, at some point I might just get up and stretch. 201. Relax. It's getting better. 200. Close. 199. 198. I'm going to change things up. A little sloppy. 197. 196. 195. That feels good. Yeah. 194. 'bit uncoordinated, but it's feeling way, way better. 193. That feels really good. Really good at 193. Not perfect, but much, much better. It's too many repetitions at this point. I'm changing the tempo, so it's okay to do this. Again, this is a quick exercise. I'm adding variable practice, so tempo changes into the mix, so it's okay to do this many repetitions as long as you're taking lots of breaks. So I went from 60 to 205, and then up by 5s and then 10s, and then I went down to 193, which was my ending point. I might probably do maybe down to 190. I'm just getting tired, so if you're getting tired, you just need to stop. But at least I know this for next time. I might not start at 60 next time. I might actually start at maybe like 100, maybe 120, just kind of play it by ear and see how that goes from my starting point, and then take it up to 205 again and work down, right? So I want to go past my goal tempo, which is 200, and then come down ideally, and then come down. So once you can get to your goal tempo, and it's not totally a mess, then try to work past it and then come down. So this is just one of many methods. There are many, many other methods that I will talk about in other videos, but at least you can see this one. And this is going to work for everything. This is going to work for your tremolos. This is going to work for your arpeggios, your alzapua, for flamenco, your rasgueados, you name it. It's going to work for all of your techniques. Just please really make sure that you're focusing on relaxing. Like, make sure you don't play with tension. The more you play with tension, the more your brain and your body associate tension with the movement that you're doing, and then eventually your brain will learn, or obviously you will learn, that the only way to play that technique slowly or quickly is going to be with tension, and that's going to cause problems. So make sure to consciously add in relaxation into your playing, into your practice, any technical development. You're going to find that it's going to help you play more precisely. It's going to help you play faster. You're going to get a much better tone, a much more consistent tone, by adding relaxation into the mix. And remember to take lots of breaks, just like I did, these little micro breaks between every 1 to 2 repetitions. After a few minutes, get up, take a break, and don't do too much. I'm starting to feel like my hands are tired. That's it. I'm done. I pushed a little bit past that, and I'm done for today. I'm not going to even repeat that today. I might do it tomorrow or even the next day to give my hands a little bit of time to recover from that. Okay, so that's method 1, clicking up in large steps, clicking down in small steps, going up to and past your threshold, so you're getting a little bit of tension and some errors, where you try to resolve the tension first, relax, and then click down, always making sure you're relaxed. Click down until you reach a tempo that where you're able to play your phrase at a fast tempo, but with minimal tension, meaning basically relaxation, and no error. Okay, again, I had a few more clicks to go, so I might, maybe tomorrow I might not go to 205, maybe I'll go to 200 and work down to 190 or 185, you know. And the more I do, the more consistent I am at doing that, then the more my threshold tempo will increase. Okay, I hope that's helpful for everybody. If you like this kind of video and you're getting value from it, make sure to click subscribe. That really helps my channel get out to more people, and it helps my channel grow, so I would really appreciate that. And if you want to get notified, just click the notification bell and you will get notified for that. Of course, this is if you're assuming you're watching this on YouTube. So thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.